So this is the iPhone 12 mini and all the details will be on the back of the box. However, on the sides there's nothing around it and it always comes sealed up. So we're just gonna open this up. There we go. I do like the way they seal things up now. It's much easier to take out. Now the box, let's just take this up. And here we go. Let's do a close-up. So here it is. Let's bring it out. And what do we get inside the box? So this is the color that I chose just to show you. Now what I can tell you from other iPhones that I've got, the red isn't as deep as the red that it was before with other iPhones. This is a much more, I want to say pink, but not really. But it's a lighter, way lighter red than the other iPhones I got before that were also red. So if you're looking at this, hopefully on the video you guys can see how light it is. The colors do change depending on your monitor, but this is a light red. The sides, same thing. It's a little bit darker red on the sides all the way around. So here's a quick close-up. However, we're gonna keep going with the unboxing. And inside the box, we should get some basics. So here are the manuals. Everything the basics. You get the sticker. And this is for your SIM card. So you need this to have handy. This is product red, by the way. And whichever color you might be thinking of getting an iPhone 12 mini, you're gonna get the exact same things, okay? So don't think that 12 mini, just because it's product red, I'm getting something more out of it. No, it's the exact same unboxing for any color iPhone or any gigs. So if this was a 128 gig or 64 gig, it's the same thing, same unboxing. And we're gonna go ahead and take this out. Take a look at the wires. So this is USB-C, and then we have our standard cable. So you know your iPhone 8 maybe, or any iPhone like that, they had this. It's the same thing. However, this has changed, and Apple has screwed up with not giving us a wall charger anymore, which does not make sense at all, especially because they changed this. So we literally can't plug this into our old chargers. So that's a huge mistake that Apple did. At the same time, they want more money, so I'm guessing that's why they made that horrible mistake of not giving us a charger, especially because we can't use our old ones. So again, iPhones do not come with the wall charger anymore, sadly, and it's USB-C, so it would be a different one. So at this point in time, everything you guys see here is everything you guys get in the box. There's nothing more in here. Keep in mind that even before, we used to get a headset with this. It was a wired headset. It worked really well. Now, even that's missing from the box. And the phones are not getting any cheaper. So once again, here's the phone. We're gonna take a look at the camera. Here we go. So there's a really good close-up of the two lenses that we have in there for this iPhone 12 mini. As we go around, you will notice here we have the power button. On the other sides, we have volume. And here is this right here, which we can use for vibration to turn off and on. On the top, there's absolutely nothing. If we keep going down on the side, this is where our SIM card's gonna go. And on the bottom, that's where we charge our iPhone. Now let's take out the cover. Just want to note that the cover is different this time. With older iPhones, again, we used to get this plastic wrapper on them, which I actually used to keep that until I got a screen protector for my phones, but now we can't do that. Now I can tell you right away that design-wise, this feels like an iPhone SE. So if you've ever seen an iPhone SE before, this feels like it. It does feel like it weighs a little bit more. I could be wrong, but it does feel like that. It feels like it's a little bit more weighting to this than an iPhone SE, which is the model that I can compare it to because it feels exactly like it. Now keep in mind that I will be doing a setup video for this iPhone plus a review later on to see how long it lasts, plus all the glitches and everything that comes with each one of these models. So if you would like to see this phone in action, make sure to check out the review plus the setup video. There's also another video that I have which will show you how to transfer your information from your old phone to your brand new phone. So at this point, I've been showing you guys exactly how this looks like. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next phone so you guys can compare each one in exactly what we get inside the box plus how they look like. So here it is, the brand new iPhone 12. Now let's just open it up. It does come sealed. Around the box there isn't much information, only on the back you guys can see the serial number and so on, and how many gigs it is. Now keep in mind that how many gigs doesn't really matter. That unboxing will be the same thing whether you guys bought maybe 64 gig or 128 gig, whichever, you guys get the exact same things inside the box. So let's just open this up. We're gonna see the iPhone right away. Now there's a few differences that you guys will notice as we do this with older models. So here we go. Now this is a plain white iPhone. It's very sleek, feels good. There's a silver edge to it. The white looks like a really pure white. Now let's just look inside the box what we get. We should get some manuals here, plus this for a SIM card. And that's it. Yeah, just our sticker. Plus we also get inside the box this right here, which is our cable, which is the same cable that would be for all the new phones, which would be USB-C and then your regular cable. And it doesn't come with the wall charger anymore, which is weird. Plus you may notice it doesn't come with a headset either, which phones used to come with. And the wired headset used to be pretty good from Apple. Now they don't even send us that. I'm not really sure why they made that mistake, but it's a huge mistake for not including a wall charger, because this you won't be able to plug in to your old wall charger. So if you're thinking of just keeping your old one, be kind of useless because you won't be able to charge your new iPhone with it. So that's the cable that we get with it. There's nothing else in the box. So at this point in time, you're looking at everything we get inside the box. Now let's move on to the actual iPhone. Now let's do a close-up on the lens. As you guys may notice, the lens is very similar to the iPhone 12 mini. However, design-wise, you may notice some very small details that are different. Now, as always with all iPhones, on this side we get our power button. As we keep moving, there's nothing on the top. Going to the side, we're gonna get this right here, which is for our vibration to turn on and off. So if you don't want your phone to ring, you just turn this on or off. And this would be just for your volume, which we need. And down here below, we would see where to insert our SIM card. So yes, there's only a SIM card tray. You guys cannot insert any SD cards in there to expand your memory. So if that's what you're thinking, iPhones don't have that. Down here below, we just have our connection, plus our speakers. And again, the back, it's very sleek, very simple design. We're just gonna take this out. Again, comparing with older models, you would have noticed that with older models, we got that plastic wrap around them. That is no longer a thing. What we get now is this. Now the iPhone itself feels pretty good on my hand, feels pretty big, but it seems like phones are just getting bigger and bigger. But hey, that's why Apple also made the mini. So for those of you who don't want this huge thing in your pocket. Now I do want to mention again that I'm doing a setup video plus a review of the phone itself, and even a video showing you guys how to transfer your information from your old phone to your new phone, and also setting up a new phone from zero. So this is the iPhone 12. And here we go, we have our iPhone 12 Pro Max. So around the box, there isn't much info. Only on the back, you guys will see the serial number and a few other things about it, such as storage size. However, storage doesn't really matter. Now let's just take out this wrap around it. And let's get on to actually taking this top off. And we will notice that with this phone, there's no plastic wrap around it, which used to come with older phones. Now right away, I can tell you that I do like this around it. The color is similar-ish to what you guys see on the camera. It does depend on what monitor you're viewing this, but I can tell you it's a navy blue. Yeah, it's a very, well, it's not a light navy blue, but it's a navy blue. It's got some green in there. It's a pretty nice color. I'm just gonna put this on the side so you guys can see exactly what's inside the box. And we're gonna see our cable. By the way, there's no wall charger and there is no headsets anymore. However, we still get our manuals plus this guy for our SIM card. Plus, it really likes these stickers, and that's about it. Now let's take a look at the cable itself. You guys will notice this is a new cable. This is USB-C, and then we have our regular cable. So if you guys would like to plug this into your old chargers, wall chargers, it's not gonna fit because it's not the same thing. So you will need to buy new chargers, and Apple is not providing those, or even the headsets that they used to before. Also want to mention that the iPhones are not getting any cheaper, but Apple is sending less stuff with it, which is pretty disappointing. However, I am glad that they turned into USB-C. That's awesome because all new Macs have USB-C. And right now what you guys are looking at is exactly everything you would get inside the box. And this goes for any iPhone. It doesn't really matter what gigs it has. It doesn't matter what color it is. You guys get the exact same stuff inside the box. So that's the back of that phone. On the front, we're gonna see this cover. It's just some paper that's rubbery-ish. So that's just to protect the screen. Other than that, just by touching this phone, I'm already getting smudges all over it. Don't like that, but hey, my phones always have a cover on anyways. So the covers will keep this clean. However, again, if you guys are not planning to put a cover on this, I would suggest to, because look at the smudges. It already, just by touching it, smudgy, 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 smudgy. And no, I didn't just eat or something like that. Do have my hands clean, not greasy at all. However, smudges throughout. On the back, no. The back actually is pretty good. It's like this matte finish. So I'm actually not even getting smudges on the back, but this chrome look around it, that's where you guys can get smudges on pretty easy. So that's good to know. Now let's do a nice close up on the lens. You may notice that we have 3 of them. So that's the difference between this and an iPhone 12 mini, for example, or even an iPhone 12. Obviously, there's a lot of technical differences, but I'm just showing you the physical differences between those. Now, if we move on to the side, we're gonna see our power button, and we're just gonna keep flipping this around. There's nothing on the top. And as we keep moving, we're just gonna see some basics, which again, right here, we just have this to put our vibration on and off. So that's to silent our phone, so we don't want it to make noise when we're in a meeting or in school. And right here we have our volume keys, which are very important. Feel pretty good. And right down here below, that's where our SIM card goes. There are no SD card inserts for iPhones of any type, okay? If you're looking for a model of iPhone that you can expand the memory, doesn't exist, has never existed actually, even with the very first iPhones. Now if we keep moving down, that's where we hook it up to charge it, and the speakers. The screen itself feels pretty much the same as an iPhone 12 or 12 mini. Maybe a little bit more smooth on the sides from what I can notice. And again, I am liking this matte finish because it's not that glass that we would get all smudges all over. And I just want to mention again that the color you guys are seeing on your monitor might be different than what that phone is actually at. So this is a navy blue phone. So it's not a blue phone like you might be seeing on your screen, depending on what screen you guys have. It is a slightly darkish blue that has a hint of red to it. So that makes it that navy blue going to purplish, and that's the best way I can describe the color itself. I know a lot of you are watching this to see what color you should get, and I can tell you the blue matte finish I like. There's not much on the top of the phone itself. You might also notice there's no home buttons anymore, but that has been taken off with newer iPhones, which is a good thing because that's one of the things that used to break pretty frequent with older models. But anyways, that would be it for the unboxing of this particular phone. Now I'm just gonna put the phones together so you guys can see the differences. So again, this is the Pro Max, regular iPhone 12, and that's the mini. So that's the size difference. What I can tell you, the mini feels like an iPhone SE. The 12, well, that one's quite bigger. If I'm comparing with an older model, it's an iPhone 8, it would be a little bit bigger, quite a bit bigger actually. And then the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is huge, but it still feels good on my hand. But again, it's a pretty big phone, and with a case, it's gonna be pretty massive to put in your pocket. Now, if we're comparing the finish of the back of all of these, this is a matte finish. This, you can feel the glass, and same goes with this. So you would get smudges on these, but this one you wouldn't notice as much. Scratch-wise, I would assume this one would scratch easier because of the matte finish versus these other guys. But we're gonna test that out as well, and I'll let you know in the review. So it's always good, even in just unboxings, to see phones side by side. So that gives you an idea of maybe you're getting the right phone for you or maybe not. So again, this would be the most comfortable to put in your pocket and just carry it around pretty easy because it's pretty small. I don't even want to call it small. I would want to call it normal size. This would be good, still good. It would still fit in your pocket. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just very long. And then this guy, again, would feel okay-ish, but I would not put that in my pocket, especially with a case. It's gonna be very massive. So you gotta really think about that before selecting which iPhone you're going for. And I can tell you that the iPhone 12 Pro, which I don't have right here right now, is about this same size. So it's a size smaller. So once again, make sure to check out the review of each one of these phones and the setup video so you guys can see exactly the differences between these guys and how each one actually works. Now there's one more thing I want to show you guys, is the thickness of each one of these. They're about the same. I wouldn't say one's a lot thicker than the other. They feel about the same and they look about the same. Obviously, once it comes down to cameras, there's a pretty big difference when you're looking at the Pros versus the standard 12s. So once again, this is the Pacific Blue White Product Red, which I'm gonna stress again, this is a very light red. I would say almost pink. This is a nice clean white, which has like a silvery tone to it. And there we have this one, which is a Old Navy type of blue. But anyways, that would be it for this video. Hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit, at least taking a look at all these phones. If you guys have any questions, comments, you guys can write down here in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.